Hi you, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time of seeing me, I hope you enjoy my content and you stay. If you're returning, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, why are we fighting? Subscribers, welcome back. So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you, and this has been highly requested, my filming setup, my lighting setup, the equipment that I use, and how I just basically record and create my images and my videos here in my home in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you want to see that, keep watching. So let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about my lighting, which I believe is the most important thing, to be honest, even more important than the camera that you use. Now I'm going to talk about my camera, I'm going to talk about my audio, and I'm going to talk about I'm just going to take you around my whole studio setup basically and show you the things, the little knickknacks that I have and all of that. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about my lighting. I have three main lights. I have my ring lights in front of me here, and in front of that I have a reflector, the inner part of a reflector. So it's a 5-in-1 reflector. It comes with silver, gold, black, and then white. So I'm using the white as a diffuser basically. So the ring light is not just directly on me, I kind of diffuse it, so it kind of just lights up generally and softens the light as well. I saw this tip from Kelechi Ngbemena's YouTube channel. I had the reflector, but for some reason it just didn't occur to me. I knew about softening lights, but it just didn't occur to me that I could actually just do this, and I think it has actually made a big difference in my lighting. So there's that. Then I have my two soft boxes here, and mind you, all this equipment I amassed them over time. I'm by no means saying that you need all these things, but there are things that I've gotten over time, and I feel like I've set up so that I can record at night because of my daughter. I can't always guarantee that I'll be able to record during the day. Most times I can't record during the day, to be honest. In fact, I'm doing this during the day only because my niece is around and she's taking care of MJ right now. Normally I would be recording at night, like I record at 2 a.m 3 a.m, that kind of time. So I need as much light as possible, and that's what I'm set up for. So I have my two soft boxes. They're from OK Japan, as well as the ring lights. And my soft boxes, I've covered them with a sheet of baking paper to act as a diffuser, and then I further covered it with double folded day blinds as well to act as another layer of diffusing to soften out the lights, because I feel like the light is a bit harsh and almost has like a greenish tint, or like it looks like fluorescent, and I don't want that directly on my face, you know. So I have those lights. Then I have I have so many lights, guys. I have like a vanity mirror set up in front of me. So I have my regular dressing table, which is my paternal grandmom. This is her classic old school dressing table, and I kind of inherited it from her. So I got these vanity bulbs. I intended to use it for my studio where I make my wigs downstairs. I wanted to put it around the lights, around my mirror, but I didn't like the fact that the wires would be showing outside. So I was like, no, that's kind of too tacky for me. I didn't want that. So I started to use this when I just remembered one day that I had them, so I put them around the mirror, so they act like as another level of lighting for me. And I need them because the mirror cuts off light at some points, because the mirror blocks out a part of the ring lights, and so that would kind of cause two different levels of lighting in my face basically. So these lights make up for whatever light is being cut off by the mirror. So there's that. Then there's there's the camera holder, the phone holder that I'm using now. I got this literally like 2 days ago, and I got this because it has 3 lighting settings. So there's like the fluorescent white light or cool lights, there's the warm light, which is like intensely like orangish warm, and then there's the medium light. I realized over time that as good as my lighting is, because this is a work in progress. I recently moved into this studio. Before, I used to record in my bedroom. I used to record on my balcony as well, when I had my AC set up there so I could withstand the heat, because that place gets like the best natural lighting. But when I had to move my AC to my studio where I make my wigs downstairs, I moved back to my room because that's where the AC was, and that's also somewhere that I got good natural lighting from. So if you're a beginner, you can't afford all these lights, more likely than not, or it's just a lot for you to amass at once, I highly recommend natural lights. For the most part, that's my preferred source of light. I don't like artificial light. It takes a lot to build artificial light to the point where it looks good and almost natural-ish, which is why I got this, because this now I put it onto like the medium setting, so I have a bit of yellow lights also reflecting and showing on my face, so I don't just look like white and gray and washed out, because I'm dark skinned, like melanin babes, like for real. So there's this light now. Then in the back, I've heard that, you know, you also want to have your back kind of illuminated so it looks like you're in a bright room. This is for a beauty channel setup. This is not like every other channel setup. So for beauty, you're thinking light, you're thinking airy, you're thinking illuminated, you're thinking pretty. So you want to have your room well lit, but you don't want your backlight to be brighter than the light in front of you, because you have to be in front of the major source of light in the room. Otherwise, something else will take the focus, because that thing will be brighter than you are, and you don't want your background to be brighter than you are. So there's this lamp behind me here. So there's the upper lights and there's the lower lights, and I kind of hid the lower lights with my vase over there, because the lower light is like white light and it's quite bright, and I didn't want it to take away from the lighting that's in front of me. So that serves as a way to illuminate that area without actually showing you the light, while the upper light is yellowish. So I like the fact that it kind of warms the background out. Then I have my little jar of fairy lights. The jar is actually plantain chips, the plantain chips container. When it finished, my husband was like, just keep it there, you never know that I always find uses for things like this. So it just occurred to me one day that I've always wanted like a transparent container within which to keep my fairy lights as kind of like a backlight, because I don't want it strewn all over the place. So this serves as the perfect container for that. And so those are all the lights that I have, and I just have the room light on as well on top. This lighting is for middle of the night recording, and this room that I'm in, it doesn't get a lot of natural light, it barely gets any, and then the curtains are gray as well. So I'm just basically permanently set up for war for blackness. So yeah, that's it about my lights. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about my camera. Right now the camera that I'm using is my iPhone X Max camera. It's set up for like 4K recording. It's really clear, I love it. This camera ousted my old trusted best friend camera, which is my Canon 70D. Yeah, this is what the Canon 70D quality is like. It's really awesome. It's just that my lens is a 50mm lens, so it's really up close and personal. And I like the fact that with my phone, it's not so up close and personal while the phone is still close by. This one, the camera has to be far away for it to even be able to capture like this amount of, like, I'm out of range from my lights basically. I'm behind my lights already, like I'm getting darker. This is where my lights are. So yeah, that's my Canon 70D quality. Basically almost all my YouTube videos up until like maybe my last video, they've all been with the Canon 70D. It's literally just my last video. I'm sure you would have noticed like there's kind of like a difference in the way the videos look. So my previous videos, Canon 70D, a fantastic camera. I think there are newer versions now, so you might want to opt for, especially if you're going for quality, the Canon 70D, it does not record in 4K no matter the lens you get, which is kind of the issue, not the issue, but which is why I've kind of switched over to my phone for now. I think it's going to be a permanent switch because I really like the 4K resolution, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Canon 70D. It records in 1080p. So if you have issues with space, you won't want to record in 4K. Like I have like a hard drive, 1TB. I have like a lot of memory cards and stuff. So I don't currently have issues with space. My phone, shout out to my husband for this phone. He's the one that got it for me. He got it when he noticed that I was having issues with like transferring content from my phone. My phone was always full and stuff, so he got me this phone because the camera quality is high, and also the phone is 512 gig memory, so like very good memory wise. But if you know you have like issues with memory, that camera is good because it records in, you can see my previous videos, and my lighting setup wasn't even as good as this before. So you know that if you have your lighting setup really good, and for me, lighting is even more important than your camera. If you don't get your lighting right, your camera is probably not going to save face for you, as opposed to getting the right lighting. Even if your camera is not that great, the lighting will support the camera's power. So right now I'm using a lapel mic. It's a BOYA mic. I'm going to put a link to where I got this from. The store that I got it from is on Instagram. They're called O Double Colors. They're really effective. It's the same place I got the phone holder that has like the ring light with 3 settings. The lady sells all sorts of soft boxes, tripods, phone holders, what have you, selfie sticks, remotes. She also sells makeup products as well. Every single time I've tried to buy something from her, it has gone well. No problems, no issues with her whatsoever. She's very polite, very friendly, and what have you. So that's for my audio. So yeah, now I'm going to take you guys on a general tour around my studio. So I'm going to switch over to my selfie stick monopod. So this monopod, I actually also got it from her. I just want to say that this thing is useless as a tripod. I've ended up breaking off the legs because I was trying to get it to stand flat. This thing does not stand flat at all. It is the most useless tripod. Your phone is not going to stay in one place. It's not going to hold it if you're trying to put it down on a surface. It's just not. You're going to have to prop it up with something. It's not going to be 90 degrees straight. By the time you add your phone, the weight, the shift in balance is just garbage as a tripod or like as a stand. However, it's really good as a selfie stick. And also I use the remote that comes with this, which is this. And even if your phone is not on the monopod, you can use the Bluetooth remote to control your phone. So right now, this is what I use to start and stop my phone recording. So the way my phone is set up, basically it's in front of a mirror. It's in front of my vanity mirror. So I look to see whether it's recording. Like now I can see that it's recording. When I'm done, I press stop to stop it. I look to make sure that I stop recording. When I press that, because sometimes if you ever not do that and your phone does not record when you think you're recording, tough times. And it doesn't happen today go. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. So this remote is actually really helpful. You don't have to get the whole monopod. There's also like remote controls alone that you can get that would help you start and stop your camera, help you start and stop your videos and all of that. So this is really useful. And the phone stand that I have, it has like this little compartment in it, and I just keep the remote there. So it's really awesome. I really like it. So let's switch over to the monopod and then just go around my room and show you guys what is what. So you guys, this is my softbox number 1 from OK Japan. You can see this is my dressing table with the vanity lights. The ring light is behind the reflector there. You can see the ring. My second softbox. Then this is the phone holder. Like I said, this is the little compartment in there that I like to keep the remote control in because I lose stuff a lot, to be very honest. Then this I use as a reflector because my actual reflector is too big. Like those reflector things are massive. So I just use my hair packaging from my company, Hair by Muna. I just covered it with foil to act as a reflector to just bounce light back underneath my face. Then this is my little corner. This you guys, I have atopic dermatitis and my nose is really sensitive to like smell. So when I opened this diffuser, the smell was so strong for me that I just had to close it back. So it's actually closed. That's why the sticks don't stay in well, and I have to prop them up against the mirror because I just like how it looks. But yeah, the smell is too strong for my nose. This is a really cute knick-knack. It's a coconut shell carved into this. I love it so much. I'll put the link down in the description box. Then this is my plantain chips jar of fairy lights. I believe I got the fairy lights from Jumia, if I'm not mistaken. I got from Jumia. I got some Christmas lights as well by mistake from Jumia. Those are somewhere else. Then this is my vase in which I put like my artificial leaves. These leaves I got from a mixture of Folake Ayakoni and Simbi props. They are basically product photography prop sellers. Those are my little dumbbells. Then I got some packages today. That's my my laptop stand. Then this is the lamp earlier on. These just contain random things, and I think let me move this away. My tech things are here. That's my external, all my wires and cables and stuff. Oh, this is my former phone holder. I just put this against the mirror, and then so I switched out this holder. Right now is the holder for this camera, but I really hate it. It's so tough, and the way it stayed on the stand, I couldn't use the mirror to look at what the monitor was showing me. So I switched out the one that came with this. It's like a car phone holder, so this is actually what came with this. So I switched it out for that, and yeah, so this goes back into my tech drawer. Then this is just full of nail stuff. When I use my if I ever use my backdrop again, those are like the clamps and pegs that I used to hold the background stuff together. Then my sewing machine is here. Then what else is there to show you guys? Okay, and then that's my tripod. I got this tripod like a long time ago, so that's where I mount my camera. Usually the camera would have been in front of this ring lights, you know, and all of that. So let's cut back to the regular face. All right guys, so that's it for my current lighting setup and studio setup and equipment setup and all my setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned one or two things and are going to try out one or two things. For example, the foil paper, the reflector is something very inexpensive that you can try out, and will probably up your the quality of your recordings, because lighting is like the #1 thing, to be honest. If you do nothing else, find a great source of light. It would automatically up your recording quality. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up and comment. It helps my channel grow. YouTube will see that people are interacting with my videos and will further recommend my videos to other people on YouTube. So please do that. Subscribe, share with your friends. If you like this, your friends will probably like this as well. You guys are similar, your friends. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. If you have any suggestions or requests, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to record those videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.